year. Marco's going to give us a bit more detail about the process of the conference shortly. But we've had quite a successful, I know some of you have been here for the PhD school, some of you are arriving for conference today, and some of you have been in various ancillary meetings that we've had here. So if I haven't already said welcome, welcome. The PhD school has gone very smoothly. I think apart from the first day, the Irish weather was much better than expected and we were all too warm. Today it's slightly too wet, so we'll be a little bit wet, and later in the afternoon we'll be too hot. But that's standard for Irish weather. It's quite unpredictable, so although too hot is an unusual condition for us. Do I have any interesting things to tell you? I've set up a taxi sharing system here. If anybody would like to organise to get back to the airport at some point, you can write when you'd like to leave here, and you can coordinate with other people. I'll put up the details of the taxi company that we usually use later if anybody needs to use it. What else do I have to tell you? Today, the plan is that we will be here in the morning. We will go to the canteen for lunch. On the way back from the canteen, there will be a poster session where people who presented at the PhD school will be presenting their posters again, and that's in a building that's between here and the canteen, so we'll lead you back to that. We'll have coffee there, and after that we'll come back again here for the afternoon session. Tomorrow we are here for most of the day, and then we're heading into Dublin in the evening, and there are buses to bring people into Dublin. What else do I need to tell you? As you may have noticed, the plugs here are like the plugs in the UK. We've tried to distribute plugs in the UK on the floor so people can plug in. If you didn't realise that and you brought a European plug, there are a small number of European-style plugs at the side where you can plug in. I'm sure there was something else I was supposed to tell you as well. Posters I've said, taxis I've said. I think that's everything. So I'll let Marco start and he can tell you about how we organise the conference.
Okay, thanks David, also for the nice weather. Finally, we've seen the real Ireland with the rain. So, as you know, TMA, this year actually is the first year for the TMA conference. TMA used to be a workshop, and it's actually emerging of three conferences, and the organizer were myself, Marco Mellia, and Emir over there, and David did a great job for local organization and also contributing to the program. We need to thank a lot of people, steering committee for the support, last year chair for sharing with us all the nasty details of organizing the conference, paper selection process and so on. Maynooth University for the nice place, very nice year. You attending, and a special thanks for our sponsors. You see we have a kind of large list of sponsors. Most of them coming from the research community, so it's hard to get money from industry, but we managed to do quite well, so you get a little bit better food than the average, hopefully, thanks to our sponsors. As you know, as I was saying, TMA used to be a workshop. We had 8 versions of the workshop of TMA. There was another workshop which was called Track, running typically in August. Again, 7 versions of that. And there was another workshop linked to another big conference, workshop on network measurement. They were kind of traditional. Then we decided to merge the 3 workshops into a large event that we called IEEE IFIP TMA conference. We got support from both IEEE and IFIP. It's a large event, as you know. There is a PhD school that actually just ended yesterday. There was a workshop on mobile network measurement or something like this. With ACM is supporting the PhD school. We are being selected as the flagship conference of this IEEE panel or whatever, I don't know exactly. We have a Best Paper Award, Best Dataset Award. We are running for a new logo. You see in the afternoon possible logo proposals. You will be asked to select the logo for the conference. We have IFIP support. We are going to have best papers being fast-tracked to transactional network and service management. So we try to do it as a large event to create also a community and so on and so forth. As you know, probably we have a TMA mailing list, and most of you will be subscribed to this mailing list. If you don't like it, you can say no when you get the invitation. Otherwise, you'll be part of this community. Some facts. Okay, we have video streaming, so in case you miss what I'm saying, you can go on the website and catch the last 5 seconds because there is some seconds of delay. Papers are already online. You go to the tma.ifip.org website and everything is there, including the keynote speech presentation. Paper will appear soon in IEEE Explore and will be open access on the IFIP digital library. This is the schedule. As you know, yesterday we have been running the school, the workshop, we had the welcome reception yesterday. Wednesday, today and tomorrow we'll open with 2 keynotes. We have a session then in the morning. We have poster session after lunch, as David was saying. So most of the students will be there. It will be nice to go and check what we are doing. And then we have a second session today. Tomorrow is a little bit more packed. We also have a social event, and then Friday only morning, just to conclude with two sessions. Okay, so keynote speakers, we'll have Steve today and Narceo tomorrow. Narceo is supposed to be also the chair of the first session, so maybe he will arrive, I don't know.
Otherwise, to do it.
Yeah, exactly. So they are both stars in measurements, and well, Steve, you look younger here.
That's 10 years ago.
Yeah, you are an established star.
But the hair is the same. As little as ever.
Exactly. And Narceo is a rising star, and he's spending most of his time during the summer in Berkeley, working very nice things. And they are going to tell us something interesting, I guess, about what they are doing. Social event, we'll have a social event on Thursday evening. It's in this Holland Mill restaurant, supposed to be traditional Irish, I guess. It's in downtown Dublin, and there is a bus getting everybody here, so you don't have a chance to get lost, at least on the way there. If you want to get back with the bus, it's okay, otherwise up to you. Some facts about TMA. So we kept the TPC panel quite large. It was including 81 reviewers coming from the 3 venues, so from TMA, TRAC, and WNN. We got 54 submitted papers in the end. Each paper got at least 3 reviews. Most got 4 or 5, so if you are one of the presenters, you know that you got a lot of hopefully interesting and useful comments. Here is it's a measurement conference, so let's put some plot here. This is a plot from HotCrap that tells you when people enter the review in the system, and usually, guess the deadline was here, and so the reviews were entering the system last minute. But we managed to get some 90% of the reviews in, which is very nice. So it shows that also the people was involved in the review process and so on. Someone was, too involved. Someone was not completing his reviews, but that's okay.
Who was the winner? Who was the winner? Who was the first pick?
I cannot tell you. Otherwise, you invite him to every.
It's no secret.
So after the reviewer entered, we started an online discussion. We got also here quite a lot of involvement. 347 comments are in the system, and some of those triggered a lot of discussion. At the end, we accepted 19 papers, all with score 3 or higher. So here is the average score, here is the bar. It should be green, but HotCrap put them in red. So these are the ones that have been accepted. This is the variance of the reviews. So also we got papers with high score and kind of small variance, which means they are solid papers and so on. Yeah, we got
What's the
some
y-axis?
average score, variance of the average score. So
It would be nice to see
Yeah,
number
it's
of
the best-
reviewers to see
yeah,
whether
yeah.
the variance increases as the number of reviewers increases.
or vice versa.
Just to check.
Yes, yes.
Because that's typical.
Yeah, that's typical. Yeah, but there was some paper with very high variance, but not that much. So as you see, it was a tough selection because between 3 and 2.8 there is very little difference, but at some point we need to put a bar and we ended up accepting all papers with average score higher than 3. Thanks to all the people, some of the TPC members are also here. They really helped us in having a smooth process. We need to send a couple of emails to remember to enter the reviews, but that's part of the of the game. Awards. We have a Best Paper Award, Best Dataset Award, Fast Track to IEEE Transaction Network Service Management, and we have a logo contest. Best Paper Award, again, the process was, in the review process, the reviewers were asked, you like this paper, we like to have this paper, possibly nominated for Best Paper Award. So it was the TPC people that were nominating papers. Papers with multiple awards proceed to a shortlist. At the end we had 12 papers that received at least one reviewer proposing for the Best Paper Award, who were rejected, so sorry for them. 3 got more than one proponent, one supporter, so we picked these 3 as candidate for Best Paper Award, and the nominee for the Best Paper Award are Push Away Your Privacy, Precise User Tracking Based on TLS Client Certificate Authentication from the group of University of Munich. Is any of the author here? Okay, now you know. Second nominee is A View from the Edge, the a Stub AES perspective of traffic localization and its implication from University of Oregon and Walter Willinger from Nixon. Okay, now you know. And the third one is Does Anycast Hang Up on You from University of USC, what is South California.
Congrats to the nominees.
Okay, so these 3. And now the Best Paper Award goes to, you don't have it yet. So we decided to see the presentation of these 3 papers and then finally announce the winner. Finally announce the winner during the dinner on Thursday. So we have the first paper being presented this morning, one being presented this afternoon, one being presented tomorrow morning, and we have a panel of experts, so-called experts. Narceo, welcome. We added Narceo and Steve because they get free lunch here, so they need to hopefully. So we look at the presentation and then we take select the Best Paper Award, which gets 500 euros or something. Supposed to get. Let's see. So if you want to go and update your presentation, you've done. Okay, for Best Dataset Award, I leave Emir to continue.
Thank you. So the Best Dataset Award was the nominees were obtained from the TPC as well, program chairs. But there was a question whether the dataset offered as a public dataset, would be a nominee, whether it's useful, whether it supports reproducibility. So basically, papers with multiple votes proceeded to shortlist, and there was actually 22 papers that received at least one review proposing for the Best Dataset Award, and 8 were accepted for the conference out of those. So it was a tough, tough selection, and 6 got more than one supporter. Okay, so here they are, the nominees. So HLOC, hints-based geolocation leveraging multiple measurement frameworks. Oh, now I know why I'm supposed to take this part. Very long titles, right? From time, large-scale classification of IPv6, IPv4 siblings with variable clock skew. Again, push away your privacy. Then benchmark and comparison of tracker blockers. Should you trust them? Towards renewed alias resolution with space search reduction and IP fingerprinting, and mailboxes in the internet, HTTP perspective. So pretty broad scope for this. Do you have somebody from every paper? 6 hands, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, more than 6. All authors present, fantastic. All right then. So we're going to have BPA winner announced and BDA, Best Data Set Award winner, in the same event. Okay? Excellent. So another thing that we ran as a new TMA conference was a contest for a new logo. Okay? We launched this on March 29th. We made it open to anyone. And the winner will get a €250 award, special mention right now, but once it's selected, of course. 29 proposals received, which is a lot. Some were variants of each other, but still pretty sizable competition. So what happened, we had people from steering committee to vote online, select 3 runner-up awards or 3 runner-up nominees. So we'll show you, and then you will select the winner, okay? And it will be a type of contest. So your reaction at a certain time will basically determine the winner. So let's see then. Let's just double click. Right. This is number 1.
We'll be late.
Okay. There's number 3. Actually, there were votes for variants of them. Some of them are, oriented horizontally between the graphic and the text, or vertically. And that's still subject to finalization, because there might be a font change, for example, as a part of a TMA brand. But the design is something that we would like your votes on to decide. Okay? How do I switch back? Shut it down. Right. Thank you.
At the coffee break, we'll circulate some printed copies of these if anybody wants to spend some more time looking at them in detail, so you can inform yourselves before you vote. I think we'll do the voting tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you print more colored and black and white?
Good question. I think we'll get colour ones, but I'll get some black and white ones as well.
So, second session tomorrow, there will be some leftover time after paper presentation to do the voting, okay? So be there. And what's next? So, TMA 2018. No drum roll? Yeah, we're not done with this one yet, but let's see what happens next year. So you can already start thinking. So Vienna, sometime in June. We're not sure. We'll see. It seems like a good time in the year to have it. Pedro Casas will be a general chair, and the TTC chairs, etc., will be announced. Okay. Ooh, that's it. So we're almost done. Anybody want to say anything else? Marco, David? Great. Well, thanks for being here. And then we'll start with presentations.